We're live, Scott.
We're live? Oh, no.
Only because my fat ass has to sit down, so I didn't want to
I got you.
go ahead and be live now.
No body shaming here, buddy.
I can shame myself. Yeah.
If you want. If it makes you feel better.
Well, when I said fat ass, I meant like
Oh,
pH.
He's
You know?
caked up.
You know?
you
So.
better wrap it.
Oh,
Wrap
yeah.
it.
He's caked. He's caked.
You guys remember some of these things are her products still, so be gentle.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
We got you.
You think we would be foolish?
Yeah. You think that we?
You think
Q&A
that
will start here in a few minutes.
we would be foolish? Hey, tell them that one joke you know.
Why did the chicken cross the road, Peter? I actually don't know. It's the lifelong question. Actually, no, the lifelong question is what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Alright, so this is a random question, but is that mine?
No, it's Blaze's.
Oh, it's Blaze.
He
Blaze!
stole your seed.
Dang it.
Stole your seed. Stole your seed.
Can y'all see me okay?
Yeah, we can see you pretty good.
I can see you pretty good.
Oh, you're on mine? Oh!
I mean, I'm gonna go to mine, but like.
Alright, cool. Now I can see it. Alright, heck yeah. Wait, and then does anybody else have some more soju? Is there soju somewhere?
I have one. Another one in the bag.
Mr. Reeves.
Hey, you're live on YouTube?
True too.
Yeah, he's live on there.
That's fine.
Freaking watermelon? I guess I'm gonna grab a cup.
I have the small one, yeah.
No, you're cool.
Hello, everybody on YouTube. We're going to be going live, or we're already live, but we're going to
We
start the
live,
panel
baby.
here momentarily.
I just had to check out the competition real quick.
Had to check out the competition.
Yeah. There we go. Yo,
Hello,
what up?
We got some people
What
in
up,
there.
Shayla?
Shayla's already there. Dragon Queen.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
Howdy.
All right, so you might not be able to see it because I'm hiding
I'm pretty
my
sure y'all
phone.
can you tell us if you can hear us
Yeah,
on
let
these
us,
microphones?
Yeah, for sure. Let us know if you can hear.
Let us know if you can hear us on these.
Yo,
we got a big mic. But
What up, Pappy Vasquez?
Would I hear you?
Okay, because I hear you. What's up, Breland?
Hey. Howdy.
Yeah, so, Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So that I can hear you guys well. Great.
Ah, the microphones work.
So we put these at the bottom.
Janet says I'm
I
gonna move
just,
to
I
Dallas
just
in
had to,
August.
actually, but I could just hide it with
Hey,
this.
so next year,
I got watermelon also, yeah.
Johnny.
Talking about how you get that. That's pretty
Oh yeah.
Yo, next year, Poppy, we're gonna see Janet in person. Third time is a charm. Hey, like we'll be happy to have you here.
Heck yeah.
It's been a little crazy this year.
Just a little bit.
I'm sorry, y'all gonna catch me like hearing me munch.
It was
and all
real.
that.
It was real
Cause
physical.
I mean these badass koala yummies.
Things got real physical earlier.
Oh,
Look, a wild John Reeves just ran in front of my camera.
Straight to the.
I picked it up perfectly.
Yeah.
And of course, Blaze right here.
How y'all doing? I hope everybody out there living the best life they can possible.
Absolutely.
Jersey is one word.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, are we ready to get started?
Okay.
Ready.
They're reining us in.
Okay.
We are ready.
Hey, y'all
Now would have been the perfect time to give J Mac his punishment.
No, so I don't talk during the whole thing.
Yeah.
y'all want to scoot over so Vanessa can get in a little bit more?
Is there people that aren't in that?
I mean,
If we come over like about like an inch or two.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge. Just a smidgen. There we go.
Yeet.
I feel like this is like it looks like the Last Supper kind of.
Kinda.
But it's not the Last Supper.
It's not.
Yeah,
Kinda.
it's one of many suppers. I feel like either Blaze or
I think Blaze is Jesus.
Oh, no.
No. What?
That
was real quick, my bad.
Why you hurt
Alright,
me like that?
you want me? Can I?
You started off.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Okay, so this is our third annual Reactor Con. This one has been a very wild one getting into because so many changes happened with this. And honestly, this would definitely not have been a thing that we've done without our mod team absolutely crushing it. Like,
Yes.
seriously.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, it's wild. But so first of all, thank you to you guys. And second of all, thank you to everybody that's been going out to these. This is like such a family reunion type thing for me. And especially like, I just feel like I don't know, man, beyond friends at this point, and it's like a special bond that I feel like all of us share. And it's such a unique, random thing for us reactors, and
Yeah.
us as all family here. It's just a really, really interesting thing that we all share. And yeah, so we're without some people this year as well too.
We are.
But hopefully, I mean, it's been awesome being able to see some of them come by as well. But it's an ever-growing thing. I know there's already talks about next year possibly things happening as well. So very excited to continue doing this. But thank you to everybody who came out and has made this possible and a really memorable, fun event for us. When saying all that, I'm freaking stoked, man. I've been having a blast with you guys. I'm just being able to meet Nestor for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He jumped in the nitty gritty today.
Yeah.
He was.
We kind of jumped him in.
Yeah, we did. Pretty much.
It's gang around here.
Yeah. But so yeah, I don't know. As these Q&As happen, just if you guys have any questions at all that you want to ask, I know that we've seen a lot of you guys even last
What's
year.
up, Emily?
If there's stuff that y'all have been wondering about throughout the year, or if it's your first time being here and you've got questions, feel free to ask. Doesn't matter what the question is, we're gonna answer it. And I don't know, the weirder is better because we're gonna get weirder.
It always ends up getting
Always
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love the weirdness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Afraid to get
Oh,
to
yeah.
Anyway, man, I'm JohnReavesLive, in case anybody doesn't know, and welcome, I guess. So yeah, open up the floor, homies. Sit on sugar or something, but then yeah, whoever wants it.
Yeah.
But go for it. Do we have any Discord questions, or do we have
some
any?
Discord questions.
We're waiting on the Discord
When
questions.
and where is the next John and Scott bro venture?
Hey.
Wow.
I don't know if you asked that question or not, but if you didn't, thank you, questioner.
Thank you so much for that question.
Thank you, questioner. I don't know. We don't have it planned yet, but it is
Right.
definitely in the works, though.
We have an outline of a plan that's like an idea
Yeah.
for an adventure.
Yes.
And
Lame.
going back to Japan.
Yeah, you remember that time we went to Japan together?
Yeah, it was like a really fun time.
Such a good time.
Sons of
And,
bitches, bro.
So I think we might run it back.
I think that's the game plan.
We're
Yeah.
shooting for fall and Tokyo.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
grab all the details we can. I don't know.
Yeah, the
give,
go-
give him the rest of the details. Hit him with it, dude.
Look here, the most important thing is the Ghost Noodle subunit will ride again.
We will.
It will be happening this fall.
Mhm.
Tokyo. You were talking about getting on like the Vespas or the motorbikes or whatever it was and like riding across the country.
Going from the southern tip of Tokyo to the northern tip of Tokyo.
As we should.
Japan. Not just Tokyo.
As
Japan,
we
sorry.
should.
Hold on. Did you guys just say you're gonna touch tips in Tokyo?
We're going tip to tip.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
Japan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will happen. Ghost noodles.
Ghost
tip to
noodles.
tip.
I like how J-Mac had to take the
You
mic.
just made a name for our whole series. Ghost
Yeah.
noodles tip to tip.
Ooh, I like that.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you, J-Mac. Your jealousy there like helped us out.
No, that's too much.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, me and Peter started our own subunit called Scott Sucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dogs and hogs.
Scott and John
Hey,
suck.
hey, we're starting a subunit called Dogs and Hogs, and we're gonna get on motorcycles, and we're gonna go.
I'm
eat
glad
hot
you went
dogs
with
all over
motorcycles.
America.
Dogs and hogs is dope.
I actually support that.
But are they sandwiches?
Ooh.
They're not.
A hot dog is a
I had to
sandwich.
think about which side I was on real quick.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
Next question. Lays, will there be a fan meet for your album drop?
Ooh.
Solid question.
Love it.
I would absolutely love that. That's something I was thinking about. Definitely got to get with all you guys.
Oh yeah.
Our team over here, y'all got the best, so we definitely, work things out with y'all. But yes, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And look out, I got JK, he's on it. So far, we got B. He's on it.
Oh,
We got them locked in.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing big things now. You know what I'm saying? I dropped a few covers. They called me up. I was like, I'm there. I'm there, man. I promise. No, I was asleep and I dreamed all of that. That's in my future. I'm working on manifesting that, y'all. But yes, I would love that, and hopefully, as everything go right, we'll be coming soon. So, thank you for the question.
Heck yeah.
Will there be an Amp Theory and Lonely Dad collab?
I mean, seeing as how we jumped him in today, yes.
I mean, I'm super down with it. I mean, we're both local, but we also have the ability to collab with anybody across the nation. So we're totally down if you are, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know where. I didn't even know y'all local.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Richardson.
Richardson, yeah,
Yep.
100%. It's really cool to realize that there's so many local people that are just content creators, which is amazing. I know Nico, Lies, you guys now. You guys are all, I know you're like in Nashville.
Yeah.
John's everywhere though.
Yeah, Wiley.
Wiley.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So there's so many of us around here. Yeah, we definitely need to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up.
It'll be fun, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's one thing that I've been like realizing. I probably just need to move here. I think I need to move.
Yeah.
I think so.
This area.
Very centrally located, you know.
Yeah.
Because even Ellie was from here recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's from here. Everybody's from Texas. If you're from Texas, raise your hand.
We win.
Texas in the house.
All right. Who do you feel like traveled the furthest to get here for this event?
They came from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way from
Ah, you thought.
All the way from Hawaii. That's really awesome.
Mrs. Receipts.
Do you guys want to explain why we're missing a reactor up there, or talk about the reactor that's supposed to be up there with you? Or the content creator that's supposed to be up there with you?
Are you talking about Ellie?
Elsie?
Elsie? Yeah, Elsie. I was checking you guys. Make sure y'all do it.
Yeah.
Elsie. She's freaking awesome. But yeah, I guess she's sick,
She's
right?
sick.
Yes. So please send out prayers and positivity to Elsie.
Where can they find Elsie?
You can find her on TikTok. Hit her with it. Or hit.
LC in the soup on TikTok. Like in the soup. SOOP. LC in the soup. So y'all should go check her out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's legit awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She signed my yearbook.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, she said you're real cool.
In the chat after that
Oh yeah.
they can't hear everyone because y'all were mic'd up.
Oh.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Whoops.
Oops.
You need to share one mic.
Well, they've got.
I mean, you can just unplug our thing right there, and we'll be good. It shouldn't stop the live, but we'll see.
I think your phone just explodes. Right? Go douche.
Pull it.
Turned it off.
It turned off?
I turned it off.
Why'd you turn it off?
I turned this off.
Oh.
Oh, is it
Okay, can you guys hear us then? Let us know in our chat. We can move forward then.
And also, people in my chat, if you guys want to ask questions via Discord, there is a Discord link as well. Do we have any questions here?
Don't be scared.
One question.
Yeah, not even one. Everybody's like, not hell no.
We know everything we can explain after one.
Nobody go through Discord?
Like we already know everything.
That's very true. Y'all have just had one-on-one conversations with us. This is awesome.
Nesto,
Fun getting to know you.
you're the newest to Army. Do you want to tell us like how you got introduced to the fandom and kind of where you're at, how you're feeling with everything?
Yeah, I got introduced by randomness. I think a lot of content creators I was talking to kind of have a similar story where we knew of the music, but we didn't really appreciate it or pay attention to it until somebody kind of introduced us to it, or kind of stumbled upon it. And me and my son randomly reacted to a video. We saw that a lot of people reacted to it. People kind of started going crazy over it, so we did it again. The numbers increased, and we're like, okay, there's something here. I don't know what it is, but there's something. My son ended up leaving, and thus I became the lonely dad. And then he's off doing his own thing with work and whatnot. And then I just said, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this because this is all I know how to do. It was either that or just delete my channel. I was like, I don't know what to do. This was supposed to be a father-son thing. And now my son's gone, so I'm like, all right. And then BTS kind of took over, and I learned everything I could about them. And it just kind of took off and, snowballed over that. I got to meet Nico. He reached out to me first, I think. Really tremendous help, really cool guy. Plugged me into a lot of things. John and Blaze and a lot of other guys. And then it kind of took off. there was a moment in the last 2 or 3 months where I took a break because I experienced burnout and I had some medical issues, and I honestly didn't know if I was going to come back because I was stressed out a lot. I have another channel that I do full time, so it was a lot. And Army kept telling me, take your time, we love you, all that other stuff, you know, and I was like, all right. But in the process of that, I didn't know what I was going to do, like, at all. And then I literally just came back last week. So last week, my channel came back alive again. So it's crazy though, like the whole time I was gone, I literally thought my channel was gonna die. I thought, oh, YouTube's gonna kill me, the algorithm's gonna kill me, people are gonna leave, and it didn't. It just stayed where it was. Sometimes it grew. So I was like, how the hell is it growing? And I'm not doing anything, like it was insane, you know? So now I'm back, and I appreciate the love from Army and everybody. It really does feel like an extended family. Even talking to you guys, just meeting some of you, I know the sisters from California and whatnot, is amazing just to see like people actually watch. And we're all here based on this one thing that we've all experienced in our own personal lives, and it all kind of brought us together in a random city in Texas, you know. So anyway, that's my plans right now. I just plan to keep growing stronger, bigger, better, and just collaborating with these guys.
Can I ask a really quick question to our homeowners? Okay, I had asked much, you never know. But what was it about BTS that like, so you checked them out, but what was it about them that really got you to be like, all right, I'm actually a fan of this band? Like, what was it that got you?
The fact that they actually had rappers, because I came from hip hop, so I'm thinking this is a kitty cat Disney Channel band, and my daughter listens to it, so I'm like, I can't relate to these guys. And then I realized they have 3 rappers, and I'm like, wait a minute, they have rappers? And then I heard some of RM stuff, Sugar, which is the jersey I'm wearing right now, and then J-Hope, and I think it was Sugar first. That's why I was like, okay, he's my bias. And then I kept going, and I was like, RM's my bias. No, okay, maybe Jimmy. No, J-Hope. I mean, they all keep switching. Then I heard this term called OT7. I was like, okay, I guess I'm that, right? Because I can't determine just one. But it was the hip-hop side of them, where I was like, I can relate to this. And then some of the tracks, they got really hardcore. Like, they got really hard. And that shocked me, because I was like, whoa, like, they're actually not Disney Channel. They're like actually grown dudes, and by the time I got to them, they were grown men. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow, I had known none of this. But it was literally that. And then their human side, once I watched their documentaries, once I saw the struggles they went through, the hate that they get, and they still overcame all of that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, I'm sold.
Massive shout out to Taylor Marie, by the way, for like one of the greatest freaking BTS documentaries ever created.
I have a question that segues into that. A question from the Am Theory chat from Janet. Have any of your biases changed?
Anybody got an answer to this that's thinking that? Oh, it's a tiny little microphone.
So, I notoriously am I've always been a Jimin bias.
Are you Jim out?
No, I'm not. I haven't gymmed out. I'm just gymming to the side a little bit. To the side a little bit.
Oh, you heard it here.
Jimmy to the side. What do you mean he's to the side? You got a main one, then you got a side one.
It all makes sense.
Technically, my new bias is technically like my side piece bias, if I can put it that way. No, so
ain't loyal. Some people ain't loyal.
I have still the same exact love for Jimin. None of that has changed. If anything, it's grown stronger. But my bias for Jungkook has just skyrocketed after his album. I mean, there's just something about him that I'm like, he's undeniable. They're all 7 of them are undeniable, but I mean, there's a reason why when I won a prize today, I was like, immediately, I need this.
I didn't even realize that's the one you got. I thought you got Jimmy.
No, it's Jungkook. But I still love them both equally. It's like 1A, 1B, but they're both 1A, if if that makes sense. All right, then also 1C is sugar. All right.
I made my decision, but my love grew when the extended version of Super Tuna came out. Made a full length on it. Loved them since day one.
Listen, Ghost Noodles will forever be freaking Jin bias.
We figured that out when we were in Japan.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah, go figure it.
That's how they became best friends.
Yeah, we were ghost hunting and we were like by a cemetery and someone was like, who's your bias? And we were like, ooh, Jin.
Wait, are you saying that you and John went to Japan together? I've never heard that before.
I love your jealousy.
My bias is the same. I'm a V guy all day.
What is it about V that makes him your bias?
He was the first one. So when what's her name? Camila reached out to us. She's the one that kind of tagged us on to continue reacting to BTS. She like sent us a spreadsheet of all the videos that we need to watch. And when I heard Singularity, I was like, what's this about? Why am I feeling like this? Let me hear it one more time. And then I didn't. At that time I didn't know what biases were. But then once I was put on that, I was like, I think I know. I never looked back.
Thank you for the question.
It's not for you.
It's all right.
I'm just saying
Hey, we don't like you for a reason. Okay? I love you. Because you stood loyal.
I have.
I don't like people that don't stay loyal. First of all, we ain't ever gonna compare John to Jungkook and
I know, because
And,
Jungkook's way
Jimmy.
cooler than John.
Yeah, that's why we're not compared.
I'm just saying, you should have stood loyal. You got this man all right here. You got a main man. How are you putting your side piece in front of your main one? You see, you ain't got nobody in front of me because RM is my bias. I stand on that, and I'm gonna stand on that. If anybody got a problem with me having RM as my bias, I fight for him.
What made him your bias?
Huh?
What made him your bias?
Said it with his whole chest.
You have a major nipple, just, I feel like he connects with me. I feel like when I listen to his music, like when I used to listen to Tupac, I feel like Tupac connected with J. Cole. I feel like when I listen to J. Cole, that's a connection there. So when I listen to RM, and there still be songs, I'd be like, where did this come from? And why am I crying right now? You know, did I eat this right now? You know, so, but Persona, that was the thing that really just grabbed me. Like I remember just when he came out, I think it was at the Mama award show, and he came out doing Persona. I just remember being like, oh no, he's the one. Like, like y'all, I don't know if y'all ever saw like Dragon Ball Z when they start like charging up. I swear I saw like this whole glow just going around him at the moment. I was like, yeah. He was Super Saiyan Super before Super Saiyan Super came out. I'm just letting y'all know. So, yeah. Oh, what's up?
Indigo or I'll give you the right person home place or wrong person record?
I'm gonna go with Indigo. But the reason why is because there's so many songs on there that really, I just felt like he just went hard on them. But then also the people that he's working with, like, they don't go for who's popular right now. They really want their music to like hit you. Wherever they feel it, they want you to feel it. So they pick the right people instead of picking the right people, if you get what that means.
Yeah.
So, especially that song, man, Flowers.
God, it's so
I
good.
still listen to that song to this day, and every time I said, man, this dude's amazing, but this lady right here, I promise you, she make you melt. Right in your seat, I was driving, almost got into a car accident. Didn't even know. But yeah, Indigo. Indigo is definitely, yeah, I love it. So, yeah, RM.
Yeah, my bias hasn't changed, Jim. And I'm gonna say actually the same.
I'm sorry, what?
Clip that. Editor, I'm gonna need you to edit that one out really good. No, Jim, I'm sorry, Josh. But I'm gonna say the same reason though, because like lyrically, I feel like that's what connected with me. And I know, and not just that, but like, I remember watching in the documentary, and like a lot of people have said this, but like Jim and, or good God, listen, it's just so true. It's so true.
He's giving in.
You're positive you don't have a bias record, right?
It's like you got taken out of Jimin, and then I got taken into Jim. What? I don't know what happened. Either way. Yeah. But with Jin, it was, I don't know, man. I think like hearing all the stories about like how he thought that he wasn't a good enough dancer, I felt like he wasn't a good enough singer, so he just worked even after they would practice, he'd still be there, just putting in the work because like, I don't know, but I relate to that a lot. I always feel like it doesn't matter what I've accomplished or what I end up doing, I always feel like, man, it's just not enough, you know what I mean? And so I feel like I related a lot to that about him, and then also like, I don't know, I feel like he's really cool and funny and yeah, dad jokes. So, Jin, I'm sorry, I did it twice in a row.
Right,
But Jin. Yeah, well, yeah.
So, here we go. Answer this.
Yes.
So, these were called the Jimmy glasses because I always said that he was so bright that you couldn't look at him head on without burning your eyeballs out of your sockets, right? So somebody from Army actually mailed me these glasses, and they were like, these are your new Jimmy glasses. So I wear these every now and then when I'm reacting to Jimmy. I am technically OT7, but at one point my bias was Jimmy. At one point my bias was every one of them, but that's why I was like, I'm done deciding. I'm just gonna like all of them. Like, because I can't decide. I feel like every other performance, one of them like stands out and kills it.
Yeah.
Or some, you know, where you're like, damn, you destroyed it on this one. And then you kind of just keep switching. But I'm like, all right, I'm OT7. But yes, at one point it was definitely Jen.
I think there's a saying with Army that's like your bias is whoever's in front of you at the moment.
Yeah.
So, it totally makes sense. It totally makes sense. I like it. Any other questions, Army?
So all of you guys have answered this question at some point over the last 3 years that we've been doing this, but Nesto, you're new. So how have you changed as a person since coming into Army and the fandom?
I'm no longer an alcoholic. No,
We still drink.
we're still drinking.
You're very strong around here, bro.
No, I think I'm more in touch with my emotions. Like I have another channel, but I don't like cry on that channel or anything like that. I'm just doing video games. On this one, it was the first chance I actually got to like connect on an emotional level, and I never planned on it because I was like, I'm just doing a reaction channel, and then BTS became a big, huge chunk of it.
You were sobbing every day.
Yeah, then
George got receipts.
like I was telling people were literally PO boxing me, sending me pictures of me. They were drawing pictures of me crying, and I
love you, Army.
I was just hanging them up, laughing because I was like, and then comments were like, "Why does this guy cry so much?" And yada yada yada. And I was like thinking, maybe I need to stop doing that, like because I want to be the guy that cries all the time. But I told him I was like, "Look, I'm 48 years old. I'm just at a point in my life where I don't give a crap. Like I just let it, whatever's in me, I gotta let out because I don't even know if I have tomorrow. You know, so." Whatever I have, you're gonna get, and if you rock with it, I appreciate it. And I felt like it kind of like drew people in more to where they were like, we connect with that. And I just like, if I'm not gonna be transparent, I'm not gonna do this. So I felt like this channel, Army, and everybody kind of helped me just get in touch with that side of me that I wasn't willing to before. And it came at a great time. You know that saying y'all say is like, it finds you at the right time. Or something like that. Yeah. And I feel like it just happened when it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And now I'm here crying, wearing glasses.
Currently crying right
Trying to rip me off the blankets.
I just want to speak a little bit on what you said about the whole crying thing.
I'm glad you did, because I was
And
literally like,
people coming in the comments and talking about, oh, we crying, or sometimes they get upset if we get overexcited. Hey, that's not your brothers, then don't worry about it. That's our brothers. If they touching us at one moment, we gonna give you any emotion that we feel at the time. You don't have to watch it if you don't like it. We love it. That's why we react to it. We feel like there's more there. Look at this. Now y'all don't see what's behind the camera, but what's going on here is something bigger than we thought it was going to be. Everybody's sitting up there and we watching them on TV, but there's some people that don't have nobody to connect to. You know, and this is their family. Army is a family. So when you come up there and you criticize and you talk bad, you definitely let me know that you're not on. Because you ain't never felt that type of emotion. Like, come on, can't nobody up in here say that they heard every BTS song and not cry ever. I will punch you in the mouth. For real.
yeah, dude.
I'm just saying, like, we all cry. We cry when they didn't get a Grammy, so. The bad thing is we watched their performance first, so we just knew they got the Grammy, so. But still, man, that's just what it is. We gotta stop putting this thing on, especially men, that we're not supposed to. We don't, look, we gotta release that, because what happens is that build up and it becomes an anger. Trust me, y'all don't wanna see what happens after that. So respect this man, respect this one. Because he said like a lot, but it's okay. I say it all the time, you know?
Dude.
Hey, I used to cut out all of my likes. I used to edit out all of my likes, and somebody was like, I ain't doing that. Just leave me, dude. Nobody cares. I was like, okay. I've even said liking that 3 or 4 times.
See?
You did.
See? So, I'm just saying, y'all, we here, we men, we brothers. This is a brotherhood, so y'all respect it, or you can get checks, son. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, to piggyback off of what you guys said, you know, it's, you know, there's obviously a stigma for men even growing up. It's like, don't cry. You mentioned it. Blaze put on an amazing performance last night, but you mentioned that, you know, when you were talking about, you know, as young boys, you know, we're kind of taught to like, hey, suck it up, don't cry. And I think us being able to put ourselves out there, and even when you get those comments, it's like, why are you crying so much? It's like, man, you know what? At some point in your life, you gotta let go of that insecurity of, hey, they might see me cry. Cause I cried at, we were watching Hell's Kitchen the other day and I cried. You know, I just, you know, sometimes it's things get to you, and music speaks to your soul, and sometimes it makes your soul weep, but sometimes in a good way, in a happy sense, sometimes in a damn, that really touched me kind of thing. But I think it's great, and I'm the resident crier on our channel, that's for sure. And it also looked good in the thumbnail so, you know. But I think it's great that we can also openly talk about this. That it's like, you know, we all know that feeling. It's like, oh, don't cry. But it's sometimes maybe you can't help it. It's better to let it out than just keep it in too.
Everybody, just let go and let cry. Okay? Let go and let cry. Trust me, it relieves a lot of stress. It makes you feel good. After that, you're going to smile. People going to be like, hey, what happened to you, man? I let go and I let cry.
Yeah.
That's what I did. So, yeah, just do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's cry right now.
I have a couple more sodas, I might start crying.
Somebody in the back.
I'm emotionally shut off. I'll never cry. No, I'm kidding. No, like doing the channel and all that kind of stuff, it made me like feel like a softer person. I've been able to maybe experience some things that I wouldn't have before. And I would say the closest that I've ever felt crying was at the first convention. Remember that lady?
Oh my God! Dude, if you're out there, that was the greatest thing ever.
She flipped it on us.
To the funniest.
Yeah, she flipped it on us at the end.
Angie.
Her name was
Angie flipped it on us at the end. But she came up to us like individually and was like, hey, like when I'm alone at night and I don't have a lot, I have your channel, so you changed my life. Like you saved my life. And I was like, I'm gonna cry. I won't do that. I'll hold strong for a bit. But then like that first con, she like got up and she said, like, hey, like I love all of you. You're amazing. You make me feel like I have a community. 7 grown men on the panel about to break down in tears. And then she goes, and you're all sexy as hell. And then those were happy tears.
Yeah. Dude,
But
can I ask you a question real quick?
me?
Yeah. Okay. So for me personally, I do solo reactions. Well, this actually is all I am doing, and you as well too, because we both react to BTS solo most of the time, right? So for myself personally, it's okay for me to get my feels because I'm alone in a room. You know what I mean?
Right.
There might be like a few thousand people watching it later, but at that moment in time, it's like me, my feels, and that music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whenever I have my friend Chris come react with me, it might be a song that just punched me right to something I'm like. So, yeah. Do you feel like, well, for you, I know you teared up on. So do y'all feel like it's harder, I guess, since you guys are like with your homies and you're like, you know, I don't know.
If Jonathan had never cried first,
Yeah.
then for
You
sure.
never, Jonathan broke that glass, dude.
Yeah, once he greenlit
Yeah.
crying, I was
Yeah.
like,
You make it out crying.
there have been a few times where like my nose will burn.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, it's not gonna get me, it's not gonna get me. But it doesn't mean that I'm not feeling.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm moved and my emotions are stirred. I just haven't like been
Yeah.
tears.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen though.
And Peter used to have the old adage, "You'll never see me cry," and I have so much video evidence of him crying. So much. Yeah.
We got receipts.
Man, I'm good.
Oh, no, I just cry. You might have thought you saw me crying on the channel, but it was CGI.
He just did some animation.
He got amazed before he got.
Yeah. What about you? Is that like for you, like, I don't know, crying on what you guys say? Have you ever like teared up there and like if so, like your first time doing that, was it like weird for you because you're like, you know?
My first time crying was when it didn't win the Grammy. Like it was something. I think it was, we got there late. I think it's at the time we'll meet up late. So we didn't get a chance to see the Grammys or, you know, we try not to listen to everybody else or whatever. So pretty much, we did a few reactions before we was like, okay, let's check out the Grammy reaction. So Nico, which I think that was perfect because he decided let's watch the performance and then we'll watch them win the Grammy. Because we had it in our mind, they won, like there was no denying, right? So we all excited, you know, and then we watched it, and I remember we was just like, all our emotions that had us happy, we was just quiet. And I remember we was already in the kitchen, me and Nico had took like a victory shot, you know, and when it didn't happen, I remember just like sitting there and I'm looking, I'm like, what? And then I started crying. Like, I felt like somebody cheated my family for real. And I was about to get West Coast on because I don't care about my family. Now y'all know me, I'm the one that be ready to go hit them with the chitty chitty bang bang. You know? Oh, it was very angry. And then it was, like, Nico is very big on us understanding that we have a family show. But man, if y'all heard some of the words he said when he ran in that kitchen, I was like, I think they can hear you. But it was just that moment, you know. It was, because I never saw myself really just,
Yeah.
especially because, like, they didn't win. But I was like, boys got it was home and then home. I remember running back to the back too. You know how they do back in the day on Murray? You are not the boss. That was me. That's how I ran. I fell on the floor. Nah, but yeah, that was my first time.
Oh, sorry.
I
forgot to tell the story. So my biggest first time, I think, was Spring Day, and that one was like big for me, right? Because I saw the whole documentary or behind the scenes stuff, and then I let it all out, and my mom calls me, and my mom was a really old school, traditional Mexican American woman, and she doesn't really do social media, but she saw the video, and then she called me and she said, "Amigo, are you okay?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like at the store, so I was like, "What are you talking about?" "I just saw you online crying over these little Asian boys." "You don't even understand what they're saying. Why are you crying?" And I'm like laughing my ass. I'm like, "Are you serious right now? That's the video you choose to watch?" And I'm like, I'm fine. And I had to explain to her, "No, there's this whole thing and yada yada, and there's subtitles. You can know what they're saying." And, and then she said, "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they have kind of good music. I'll listen to it and yada yada." But then I go, "Yeah, Mom, trust me, there's this deeper meaning. That's why I'm crying. It's not just I'm crying over boys or anything like that." She's like, "Oh, okay. I was worried because I've never seen you cry and they're boys and yada yada." I thought it was hilarious because I was like, yes, you know, there was a whole thing back then. But the reason why I was saying earlier what I said, there was this saying that I learned playing baseball, is anytime we were done playing, the coach would always say, "Leave it on the field." Meaning, whatever you have in you, whatever we have today, whatever we need to be done, do it, that by the time you get off this damn field, there is literally nothing left in you to give. And that's how hard you should play the game. And I literally feel that's how you should live. Like, by the time we're done with this, there shouldn't be anything in here. No talent, no tears, no laughter, anything. We should just let that thing rock. Whether it's crying, like all of us are talking about, or laughing, or whatever, let it all out. Because when it's done, it's done. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel though you can cry too much.
Yeah.
Like
There's nothing wrong with it.
I do feel you can in a way, you know, but for the most part, I just feel it's needed, absolutely.
I just want to say one thing really quick. I think we got a question, but talking about your mom watching the video, I was doing a live stream one time. I was doing a Wheel of Death challenge thingy, and my wife had a lot of outfit changes picked out for me. So imagine I'm normally dressed at first, and then the next time you see me, my daughter did my makeup. My wife had me in a wig, a tube top, and a just mini skirt.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just ridiculous looking, and I think I'm slightly intoxicated. And guess who goes in my street? My freaking dad. He's like, really quick, he's like, "John ? That's all he says. And his name on there is Brian Reeves 1. And I was like, oh God. And then I get a text, he just sends me a screenshot of it with laughing faces. He's like, "What are you doing?" So, but that was the only time he's ever came into my stream, and that is the only, it said first time chatter, Brian Reeves 1. I was like, Dad, I'm making you proud. One show time. All right, we got a question?
What reactors that aren't here would you like to collab with?
Ooh, that we have. You know, I gotta say this really quick, because I don't really necessarily want to call a lot of people out, and myself first to go for anybody else. But I love the fact that, in this, for instance, BTS Reactor, it's such a cool thing that we're all, any reactor out there that might be possibly watching this. I think it's really cool that we might already have, a common bond. It's a very weird thing if you think about it that we do, you know what I mean? But it's such a cool thing, too, if you actually break it down. We're experiencing music with everyone, and it's a dream of mine. I'm such a music fan, so anybody out there, I'd love to collaborate with you. You just started a channel and you love music and you collab. Bring it on, man. But I'm down for anybody.
I mean, that's kind of how really this whole thing kicked off in general. Was we collabed with you on your podcast, and then got to know you, and then got to know you guys, Nico and AJJ and you, and Nika, and now Nesto, you're here as well, and it's crazy that, as you know, when we started this, we were just, we didn't have any clue what we're doing.
Yeah.
And now we have this, not only community, but people who know what it's like behind the scenes. Not like reacting is hard in any kind of way.
Yeah.
not like it, but there are stresses. There's, you know, struggles that you guys don't see behind the scenes, and I know that we all relate to that. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to connect and have shared life experience with these guys. And as far as, you know, other reactors, like, same thing he said, like, hit us up, because we're down. I mean, that's how you do it. You have to, you know, you gotta go out there and try it. We had no clue who you were. And then Shayla, I believe it was Shayla, right, that introduced us to John? Shout out Shayla, she's in the chat right now. And look at us now. You fucking went to Japan with Scott.
Yeah.
Just anybody and everybody and all content creators, if you want to hang out and meet up, like collaborate, pull up.
Can I just say this really quick too? It's like,
Are you talking to me directly?
but really quick, I just want to say, like, growing up in the music scene, you probably experienced this a lot too, and y'all in the music scene. I don't know about you, but you might be as well. But especially maybe in the gaming scene, like, man, there's so many, like, clicks and so much, like, just cutthroat stuff, like, my fans are mine, and you can't have mine, and, like, and I was never that dude. Even growing up, I was always like, oh man, you guys seem cool, let's play shows together.
Yeah.
And it was never like, I'll get your fans. It was like, I'd like to play shows because you guys seem like cool people. And I feel like every, like, I've been in the gaming scene, I've been in the music scene, and I try to bring that same mentality to those things. But then, like, I'll say this, man, music reactor scene has been the most welcoming in that, where it's just like, let's just hang out. I don't care, it's not competition. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to, like, steal yours. Like, I want my fans, or I want my community to know you, because I like, and there's some people that I, like, don't want my community to know, and, like, you know, I'm not gonna bring them into my own circle of people, but it's because I know them now, you know what I mean? And so, like, I genuinely like the people that are on the stage right now, and so yeah, I feel like we should all work together. But yeah,
Let's try with the world. You made me cry, man.
Funny that John Reeves come up here and say stuff like that. He's just 6'2" with pretty eyes. Kind of hard still, big fans. We gotta come up here with our shirt off and shred it, you know. With a big large BTS tattoo on our bodies that say John sucks.
Some of my butt cheeks.
Nah, but you know, like, if I can think of any reactor, like whether a group or solo, it would be BTS. Because y'all forgot they're the reactors, and I was like, oh, they ain't gonna say it, I would say it. Yeah, BTS. They just don't get as much time to do it like we do. So, yeah, that'd be cool. You know, to have BTS come here and we sit up here as a reactor panel talking about them in their faces. Like, so
why are you so beautiful? Exactly.
So, piggybacking off of that, if BTS reacted to your reaction videos,
oh my God.
which one would you want them to see?
I'm gonna go with like my own, like the first one that got my waterworks going, homie. I'm gonna go with that one. That way they know how I feel about that music. Like freaking life goes on, I go with that. Because I went through the whole thing. We used to do like full experience reactions, and that one broke me all freaking self, just snapping in half, dude. Because it brought me pandemic stuff. Like it just brought all these flooded emotions. So BTS, if you watch this, life goes on. JohnReavesLive, full experience reaction.
Man, there's a lot. I guess Pied Piper, that's like the sexiest, most sensualist, get me pregnant song ever. When I listened to that song, I acted a damn fool, so I want them to know how it affected me. It is crazy how freaking sensual that song is. Like, it's insane, man.
My pipe awakens.
What? It is insane what they did with that song. It's crazy. It's crazy. My wife hasn't even seen it yet, so I'm saving it for a minute.
You laugh, but even the songs that sound sexy, that they're not really talking about sexy stuff, I put it on. Hey, let me like this piano real quick. Yeah, what they talking about? What about the babies? My personal favorite is On. Like, just because I feel like that was the best comeback ever. Like, when I like just looked at that, man, I got a lot of John Reeves rubbing off on me like right now. But now, when
I'm sure like every one of these answers.
but only because I just, man, when I looked at that video, I was, bro, they're crushing this. If I could just snap and been in that video, I don't care if I was messing up the moves. You saw that one dude on the side that just, the crop part coming up, everybody back up, I got this. So yeah, it'll be on.
I technically had two answers, but one was a solo. For the whole group, it's Mama or MMA 2019. They closed with Dionysus. It's that 40-minute performance. That was life changing, honestly. Just to watch that, I would love to see what they thought of us because we were blown away. On a more serious note, though, I would love to have Suga watch our amygdala reaction. Speaking of videos that made me cry, because I just, I felt so much in that because of the whole story and the story throughout the video is obviously the real story in his life. I would love for him to see that and be like, hey, you guys want to go? No, but seriously, yeah, that long 40-minute performance where they close with Dionysus, that.
Yeah, I'm mad that you said Dionysus before me. That performance, like, they didn't blame you. Like, you're like, they fell. Wait, they're back. Wait, it's not them. Wait, what's going on here? And the whole performance was just, extravagant. And I've said this before too, like, you get, like, to see how excited we are. And we don't really have performances like that here with us. Like, they go all out on, like, these stage performances. And it elevates, like, the product, like, so much. So, Dionysus, yes. And then also, Firefighter. Don't know if I can trust myself listening to it long.
I want them to watch the Black Swan reaction. Because I think that was the first song that I actually legit liked. And I was like, man, it was like one of my first reactions. I was part of those videos that were put on spreadsheet, and I got that one first right away. Before I got bought into the band, I was like, all right, I like that one, and then nothing against me.
That and I had one more on there.
Pick one.
Well, I'm just saying that run BTS dance practice for the yet to come in Busan concert, that blew me away. So I'd love for them to see that the hard work they put on in that video is shine through for sure.
I do apologize, we should have had you do this at the very beginning, but for the chat, not everybody knows everyone on the panel. So if you could start with introducing yourself and how long you have been in the fandom.
All right, go for Nesta. You want to get Nesta? Yeah.
My name is Ernesto Lopez, aka the Lonely Dad. I've been. Wait, what was the question?
How long you been in Army?
Oh, I don't even know. So I felt like I had to earn my badge to be in the Army because I was like, hey, I'm just a fan. I'm like a little guy. Like, I'm just a rookie. When am I Army? And then they were like, oh, you are now, or yada yada. So I felt like I had to earn my stripes. You know, I was like, I don't know if I'm Army yet. I don't, but I would say about 9, 12 months, somewhere around a year, somewhere around a year. And in the span of 9 months, I filmed 500 BTS videos. So I was like, video, like 3 a day, just bam, 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 and then I was like just going until I experienced burnout or whatever. But that's how I got started. Because when I got started, I would full throttle. And now, yes, I'm Army. At what age are you Silver Army? What is that stuff? Anybody know?
Silver hair.
When you have silver hair, that's how that works?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you had to be certain ages. I was like, what am I? I don't know.
let us know.
Okay, so I'm JohnReavesLive, or Kevin's with an S, depending on who you ask. And then I've been in the Army like, what, 3-ish years, maybe a little over 3 years now. Which makes me feel awesome, dude. 4 years? Oh my God. Okay. It really went fast, man. Oh, places won't go. But yeah, I've been in like, I guess I'm 4 years, dude. It's been wild. And if you don't know me, I've got a really random YouTube channel, and I just like those videos.
For me and JJ, Nico started a little bit before us. It was him and Nico. And then AJJ and I came in. I know since I've been in, it should be 5 years, maybe 6, I don't know. So, yeah, 6 years representing. Well, I guess we want to represent right at the beginning, but you know what I'm saying. Once we got, jumped in with the Army crew, we never left. You know what I'm saying? We got that Purple Heart tatted on the back. It hurts me, Jerry's Mountain.
It's your boy J Mac. At Johnny Wayne Mac on Threads. No. So we we started the channel. We just hit our 4-year anniversary in March. So it's been about 3.5 years, and it's been beautiful. Honestly, it literally changed my life. Made me fall in love with music again. So 3.5 strong years. Oh yeah.
It's your boy Scott, aka Bad Boy Bobby, aka Rob Gucci. On Threads. Not on Threads. I was bored of this. Molded by it. It's been a fun ride for the past year and a half. Learning a lot, and, getting put on game and also getting corrected when needed. We've been corrected a lot, especially in the beginning. Yeah. So we stuck with it, so we're about it. And I also saw Hobie live, nobody else did.
Oh my God.
So they've been Army 3.5 years. I've been Army like 3 years. It took me a little longer to get it. But when I got it, I got it. But yeah, no, I feel like no matter how long I feel like I've been part of the community and I learned, this is still one of the most intimidating decades to be a part of. Because it's like, there's always some, I always feel like there's always somebody that's been here a little bit longer than me. But yeah, I'm Peter, the other third, AKA Poppy.
Super duper.
Yeah, super duper Poppy. I left for a little while for some time constraints that I had, and now I'm back part time, but I'm still be
I was gonna say Peter's selling himself short. The M3 would not exist if it wasn't for Peter, by the way.
Originally, we were reading books and working out. And thought we were like,
At the same time?
normally.
First correct meeting.
But then we started talking about like Blue Origin and
Oh, heck yeah.
how Peter wasn't impressed with Jeff Bezos.
I still am
He was like, if you want to impress me, send that same day Amazon package to milk.
Do you have any projects for welcoming the guys back when they are reunited?
We're gonna kidnap them.
Oh.
Sorry, they're adults, we'll abduct them.
yes.
Well, that is now on the internet.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's on the internet, sir.
For the
Time just kicks in the roof.
So honestly, we're very excited that we're getting all the boys back this year. Honestly, I want them to take their time. Don't rush into anything. Don't feel rushed. If you're watching this, Jimin, not watching, but we did at the beginning of the year, very impromptu. I told Scott, I was like, we need to make a BTS tribute video. It is linked on our page.
Yes.
And we did 7 songs. Peter popped in there too
Yeah.
for about 10 seconds with V's song. But obviously, you know, everything that comes out, we'll be reacting to it, and you never know what might be coming down the line. So.
I want you guys, you know, to make your own choices in life and stuff like that. Because I'm like, you need to go rock a penny.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because
It's the same age.
let's be realistic, when they come back, they gonna need money. These concerts, and maybe even cheaper, you know. So, I would like for us to come up with a nice little heist, we get some nice, pricey diamonds, you know, go on the black web, you know, get it sold, and we can go as a group to every concert, you know, around the world. You know, just call our families, tell our kids, hey, we'll be back in a year. You know, we gotta do this for the sake of home. We gotta be there for our brothers that need us. And I'm serious, I don't even know how to say it.
That was a joke.
No, I think you and I
For legal reasons, it's a joke.
Allegedly. It's allegedly a joke. Yeah. Allegedly. I don't know, myself personally, like, I don't know exactly, I mean, I guess the tour, that's what we're talking about, right? When they come back for tour, I don't know. But I gotta say one thing really quick, to shout out my homeboy Jim. If you get on Ticketmaster right now and check out his tickets, he did not engage freaking dynamic prices with his tickets. And I'm hoping that follows suit with BTS. That is one of the coolest things I've seen anybody do recently. You can still get on Ticketmaster and buy a ticket for $69, people.
Oh.
Yes. Nice. But you honestly, I mean, you couldn't do that. I mean, even for the nosebleeds. I had people that were telling me they spent like $400 on nosebleeds for like, what was it? It was New York, right? Or Brooklyn for jail. So either way, hopefully that maintains and we don't go completely broke whenever BTS 47 comes back. But yeah, man, we're rating high. We're rating high again. That's my game plan. Either way. Allegedly. Yes. I was asking you, the last time we did one of these, had I already gone to the Bronx Land or no?
No, you had not left yet.
You left from here to go
Yeah.
there.
Like
That
the
was
next
wild.
day.
Yeah, I don't even know if I even said anything at the panel. I was just like, I don't really want to say anything, but yeah.
Yeah, when you left and we get a picture that John says is that he's at the Hive building, I'm like,
Dude,
what the hell are you doing?
They literally just handed me a freaking a thing. I was like, because I planned this out. I was like, I'm already here. I might as well try to walk in and see what happens. And then like I Googled it, and there was like, there used to be a Hive museum there. And I was like, well, but it closed. And I saw that on Google. It says it's closed down. And I was like, well, if I walk in and we step foot where my homies have been living at and like doing recording and all this stuff at, I just gotta step foot again. Just to be like, I'm here, you know? Yeah. And my plan was to just be like, do you know where the museum is? And then get kicked out. That was my game plan. I knew that it was closed. And then as soon as I walked in, I'm like sweaty as hell. I got on a backpack. I'm like looking like this, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm in here, oh my God. And this lady walks up to me and she was like, John? And I was like, yes? And she was like, they're waiting for you. The bathroom's right over there if you want to get tidied up. And I was like, and she left me this for the past. That's what happened. And like, so, yeah, no idea. The random luck that one.
Give me that back. Give me that back. Hey, I'm gonna be visiting. I'm gonna be going to the building soon. My name is Blaze. We've been reacting to y'all for a long time. I will be there as soon as I can get there. But I will let you guys know when I'm coming. Just want to, throw out there by the way. Let you guys know.
Well, the funny ending of this is, I got to like the 7th floor. Well, I like right in the bathroom, and I like FaceTime my wife. I was like, "Babe, I'm in the Hive building. They think I'm some guy. I'm not meeting with anybody here. No one at Hive knows that I'm here. Oh my God." And so my wife was like, "Just go walk around until they kick you out." I was like, "Okay, fair." So I just got on the elevator, rode up there, and like looked around a lot of floors and stuff like that. Filmed a lot of stuff. They told me not to look like out there, like you can't show these things. And then I was leaving, and a lady comes up, the same lady, she was like, hey, I think you're a pastor there. I was like, yeah, what was up with that? And she was like, it's the wrong person. I was like, is there another tall American dude named John that I should know about? And she was like, actually, yeah. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And that was the story. It's like, yeah, but either way, we're going back. We're ready.
I don't really have a plan, but I think a cool idea would be, now that I know these guys, like if we can figure out when it's gonna drop or like what project that we want to cover, maybe we could do something like this and just film. And then like, I don't know if we want to just do it on one person channel or break it in sections where each of us take a turns. Like, I don't know. Or we can just put it all on everybody's channel.
We normally do it live. Everybody do it live.
Although everybody live.
Got an idea?
I think that would be really cool. I mean, I've been planning to work with Nico, what you guys say a lot more. Which he should have been here. I don't know where he's at. Nico, you're watching? We got beef because he invited me. He's the reason I'm here. He literally called me and said, "You want to go to this Reactor?" And I was like, "What is that?" And he was like, "Yeah, you should go. I think it's really cool." And then 2 days later, he's like, "I'm not going." And I was like, "What the hell is that?" Like, so you're not show up, and then he was, "Well, I might swing by later," and he's still not here. Anyway, you owe me Korean barbecue again. You bought it for me once, and it was supposed to be my turn, but it's back their turn again, so you didn't show up. Anyway, I think it'll be cool.
I got a solid piggyback on that. How about we just say that if they come to Dallas, we do a meetup maybe just the day of the concert in Dallas. And we just all of us meet back up. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait, was that
your concert?
Yeah, I've never been to it.
Well, if they come back to Dallas, let's just all do a channel meetup. And we'll just like renounce the first day. Yeah.
Have you guys heard Scott
Blaze
went to
is the only
jail?
one up there that says to an 87 concert.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, was that, so wait, when you said tickets, how much are they rated? Is it for the Dallas ones?
Yeah, if you buy $69, nosebleeds, of course, but it's
Who was that telling? Okay, so you're saying $600, but I think I was getting scammed because
You were
somebody
getting
from
scammed.
Army,
Yeah.
You were
well,
getting
yeah, somebody
you were
from
getting
Army emailed me and said, hey, if you're interested, Jay, not Jay, Jen is in Dallas, and I have an extra ticket. My friend can't use it. Do you want it? And I'm like, wow, you're gonna give me a ticket. And then the next email, she said, it's just $500 if you want to give me $500. Like, $500! There he is! There he is! We were just talking smack about you. Thank you for just talking about you.
That makes sense.
Just talking about you, and not in a good way. All right. Of course not. You'll be Korean barbecue again. All right.
What was the
Sit on the panel. Panel.
You look great, brother. You look, I figured, got the indigo on your chest, got this album on the top.
You want to come say hi to the live stream?
You gonna say hi real quick?
Ladies and gentlemen, they ever love you. What was the most memorable song or moment for you in your time reacting to BTS? I guess I'm going to start off just saying, like, definitely for me, the most memorable, but also I was slightly intoxicated and really starting in the moment. I'm just going to, and I wasn't reacting yet, so this is kind of, I don't know if that works or not, but definitely checking out August T in New Orleans with their homegirl Meg, because without that, I don't think I'd be here right now. I was never going to give them a chance because I was so ingrained in like my own little corner of music, and I was like, just, she had asked me so many times, check out BTS, do you know Brotherhood and BTS? And I was like, I don't know. And so I was probably never actually going to check them out, and if not for an intoxicating night in New Orleans, I probably never would have. But here we are, and I'm very, very glad to be. So that's my most memorable. Exactly. Ghost Noodles has formed a cousin such. Alright, you got one?
Yeah. Mine was probably, there was one time my family had a barbecue, and I was like, after I'm just going to take the camera to see who I could bring to react to BTS. And I set it up in my sister's room, or my niece's room. And I actually got my niece, her friend who I never met to react. I got two little cousins to react. I got me, my son, and my dad to react at the same time. So I I think everybody take turns to go up in that room. Everybody go up in that room. And they wanted to, because they were like getting loosey drinking and stuff like that. And that was the only time I've ever been able to pull something out like that. So it sticks out a lot.
What song did you get in Reactor?
My dad was on.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad was on. Yeah, he my dad, my son. I was like, what do I get? What do I pick?
Yeah.
He doesn't really understand much. So what do I pick? I was like, I'm just put some with drums and dancing and stuff like that, something live.
Yeah.
So I did that. He enjoyed that. Everybody else got to pick their own song.
Yeah. I like that one. That's awesome. Go for it.
That's hard. What was the question?
What was the most memorable song or moment you reacted to so far on your BTS journey?
I mean, Persona, I felt like that was like a personal moment for us, which got me back to doing music. And I know I already talked about this, but I really feel like when they Grammy performance, like when you look at that performance, man, that was perfection, like I'd never seen before. First of all, the way they able to even make things that I know not real, they made me feel like it was real with the cars flying all around and they just acting all sexy. So I did that. Y'all know it's about to be crazy, right? And then, boom, they just hit us with this beautiful, like out of this world performance. Something that I think like the Grammys been missing for a long time. And when they didn't get it, like I can't ever forget it. I just can't. It sucks. It's a sad moment, but that's the most memorable one I can think of. And actually, I have a personal reaction that Nico don't know that I did. I was at work. And I'm not supposed to be on my phone, but I chimed into Twitch, when we were doing Nights with Nico. And there was this song I never heard about RM. And man, I remember just being at work. Now I'm on the line, forklift I drive next to an electric line, so make sure you don't run into nothing or bump nothing. So I wasn't doing anything dangerous. But I do remember stopping my forklift just to cry. Because I've never heard this song, but it spoke to me so hard that day. I was having a real bad day, and I felt like he was just speaking to me like, Blaze, I'm talking to you, boy. So I was like, oh, hey, RM, all right, I got you. So I actually did a reaction, watching him do a reaction with the fam on Discord. So that's another moment. But that was a great moment for me. I know I cried, but I needed that cry. That was a great moment for me. So, yeah.
Which song was that?
It's the one where it's from the Wayne's era, the one where RM was like, oh, it's like the Reflection. Yeah, Reflection. Yeah, Reflection. There we go. Thank you.
I think for me, when we started reacting, we did Butter first, then Permission to Dance, which were unicorns at the time, brand new. And then the next two we did were Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and then Black Swan. And going from those first two to then, I think it was Blood, Sweat, and Tears first, I was so captivated with how cinematic it was. I was not expecting it, because the first two songs and videos that we watched were like, oh yeah, this is dope. But then when that came on and then Black Swan came on, it was like, oh, okay, this is a different level. And I started, at that point, appreciating it more than just music. It's not only music, but art. And that's what got me right there. I think it was Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and then like the next day we did Black Swan, and it was like, oh, okay, these guys are for real. So that's what did it for me.
Doing like live performances and looking at fan cams and stuff, I've always been jealous of everybody who's in the crowd. I've always been jealous by everybody who's in the ocean with the Bangtan bombs lit, like, going crazy, you see it, like, I love the energy that they give back to the boys. It's like, as much as the boys give to them, the crowd gives back. So when I got to go see J-Hope in San Antonio, they actually like being like in the crowd, like being like there with my Bangtan bomb and all that. Like the energy is insane. Like it feels like you're in an earthquake. And you know, just like what you feel, everybody's feeling the same thing. It's like we're in a group. So that was like a moment that really changed. Like made me appreciate it more. And I've always loved live performances. But you get these live musicians there with them too. You know, it just elevated everything. So that was taken. That's the big thing.
My most memorable moment is, not a reaction, but just, like, the first time I felt like I connected intimately with BTS was, I was working a job that I was in the car, and I just really hated that job. You know, it's like, I don't want to be there, you know, and it's like, but you make the sacrifices for your family, you know, and it was like definitely a sacrifice for me. And I was listening to BTS and I was like, Make It Right is my favorite song. But that moment was the reason why, you know, it's like I felt like I needed to hear that it was really alright. That's the whole thing.
That's a great song, by the
You
way.
got to cry.
We'll never see you cry. It didn't like that.
Oh my God. It's just
Scott, who won March Madness and who also went to go see J-Ho? Let's get the mic over here.
Do the channels have any Festa plans?
Yeah, we're gonna crash next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I have no plans for that.
TBD.
I'm hopefully gonna be doing a live stream from there. Fingers crossed. I don't want to get that, but hopefully I'll be doing a live stream from there. Fingers crossed. Last year I did, and it was wild. And but yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be fun. Hopefully.
Nico?
That
So step one is really getting the band back together, and I mean the Blage, me, Blake, and AJJ. That's step one. Once we get that solidified, step two is pretty much putting in that PTO because it's gonna be a long days, long nights. I literally just want to be with my fellas. Mika, if we can get her on camera, that would be amazing. But like literally, just having a real family moment with our family, our brothers, BTS, and celebrating, then coming out of the military and getting back to doing what they do best. I'm looking for Voltron to come back together. Some of y'all might not know what Voltron is, but Voltron was epic. I'm looking for the BTS magic to just hit our screens again and just light us up like dynamite. You hear me?
Yeah, there's literally 7 mini line bots too?
Yes.
There's 7.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all we got. Appreciate you, Nico.
For Festa, we'll be there. Maybe go live a couple times, but we'll be all up in it. We won't be like John, we won't be there probably, but
We should all probably get together.
I'm sure Scott will be there in some capacity with John, but
I'm doing with me.
My name's Dr. Fridge. I'm coming to each food, drink a drink.
What BTS performance or music? Oh, I'm sorry, Peter. I'm so
No,
sorry.
I'm just saying we should probably all board.
Robin, they were saying? Yeah.
We should probably press it together. That's a volunteer, but I do it.
What BTS performance or music video do you think is underrated?
I got an underrated one.
Yeah, I think they're all good.
love Super Tuner.
Is it a secret connection?
They can't see me if I do this. No one can see me or hear me if I do this with my mouth. You know what, actually, I'm gonna give this one then instead. I'm gonna go with freaking, Life Goes On, Sugar Live. His live performance last night in Seoul, Life Goes On. That was like one of the most, hold on, no, I'm sorry. It is Snooze, there you go, Snooze. Snooze, live performance last night in Seoul. That was like one of the most.
Do you think that's underrated?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter how much praise that one gets. That's like the most beautiful freaking performance I think I've ever seen from a person. He let it all out on stage, dude. He let it all out on the film. Snooze, final night, so obviously. Also, there's a Jin song, pretty quick guitar, and I can't remember what it was called. Does anybody know what that was called? Jin played acoustic guitar on stage once and sang. Does anyone remember what that was?
Which concert?
Right? It's underrated. No one knows it. That was probably my real answer, but I can't remember the name of the
It's
song.
like a beautiful combat.
Yeah. If you guys remember the name, please put it in the comments.
I just made that up.
Yeah, one time.
Any performance or music video?
It's hard to say what's underrated. But the one that I really liked, the one that I thought was big, but didn't seem like it was big, was when we did the, what did he do, like a 12-second show? Like he was putting random people from the street.
10-second show.
10-second show. He was putting random people from the street, and they didn't know who he was, and then open the curtains, he would just start singing for 10 seconds, and it closed, and everyone was like, what the hell did I just see? Like, they didn't know.
Some people would freak out and be like, that's me!
Yeah. But even though he was like, and then one that was hilarious, because when the curtain opened, he was just dancing. He literally just danced for 10 seconds, it was hilarious. But even though it was kind of like a gimmick, like funny, to me, it like almost made me cry, just because I was like, it meant so much to those people. You know what I'm saying? Just the random people on the street. I thought that was underrated. Now, obviously, it probably still had millions of views, but I just thought that moment meant a lot more than what was ultimately probably percent.
I'm glad you said it.
I'm gonna say anything that's not OT7. Because I noticed a lot when the guys are solo, like you start seeing the numbers go down dramatically, you know? And I just feel like we know all together they can't be stopped, but I just feel like alone they still a real force to be reckoned with. And they be dropping really great music. And sometimes you might see a video, you think like, oh man, they probably at 20 million right now, and it'd be like 1.5. Like, why? Are you serious? This song is fire, you know? So I feel like anything that's not OT7, you know, like, yeah, they're right. I mean, unless you sexy good king, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody love them, you know, but other than that. Who? Oh yeah. Right, look what you got, you know? It's a shame, man. You should be ashamed.
I'm proud of who I am. No, to piggyback off of what you just said, I think everything that RM did in this last run, like the same how you kind of said, like I don't understand it, like the numbers. That man put on a master class of that entire album and then those videos. Beautiful. I think it's very underrated. Obviously, if you talk to an RM bias, they're gonna be noticed. We talk about underrated, like, but just as like an outside perspective, I see it. I'm like, y'all are missing. Hell out.
You're right. I didn't want to say RM because you know that's my bias,
But yeah, no, 100%.
Say, Jimin Boom on Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, yeah.
I really like that song.
They got blocked and I beat Jimmy up and we got it unblocked.
Yeah. It's hard to say when anything's underrated, but I just really like the performance.
Yeah.
You know, that little bit.
Which BTS member do you think would make the best YouTube reactor?
Man, Jin. Yeah, Jin, look, Jin is Mr. 110 for a reason. That dude was found on the streets, he was broke, he had no money, they just saw him and said, oh, he's handsome. He got this. And then out of nowhere, I'll play the parts line. He's not broke, he's good, he wasn't on the streets. But, like, Jin, where his character, his personality, it just pops. Like, even when he's just out and chilling, he's fun. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you had too many drinks, Jin. I would love to hang with that Jin and see what it would be like, you know? So I do feel like Jin would kill in reactions. Like we probably have to, you know how you say, hey, that's enough people out there for everybody? Nah, we'll have to be fighting Jin. Hey, stop. Get off. Like you need a schedule so we can schedule around you. But yeah.
I'm gonna say, not just because I came out as a Jungkook lover. I think Jungkook will be a great reactor. Like we've seen. I know he's reacted to some stuff before, but just his personality with everything, I think he would kill it. He would kill it. I know you'll see those live streams. I have.
Especially like them.
Maybe.
Yeah, I agree with that, or J-Hope, because I think J-Hope's super animated, Jin is super animated. JK is super, like, he's funny.
Yeah.
Like, he's funny. Also, like, I don't know, because I remember when I used to do stand-up comedy, people would just say, if you're sexy, you're not funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to be both, because people are so focused on your looks, which was like, it was so hard for people. No, people laugh.
Never got into it.
People laugh. Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, if we're talking about like just reacting, I can see either J-Hope or Jin like destroying them.
I mean, managed to shit.
What is a BTS moment you wish more people talked about?
Honestly, I don't know.
This year, y'all coming with
I know, y'all got some wild too.
I think mine was which one was it? I think it was when J-Hope, wasn't he like talking to his parents live for the first time, or they were like acknowledging, he was crying.
Yeah.
I can't remember that moment, like exactly what was happening, but I remember he was busting out in tears because they were like praising him or something, you know, in their tradition or culture, it's rare for that to happen or something. And they're like proud of him.
Yeah.
And I know Jay talked about that too, but that video was so powerful.
Yeah.
Just like him acknowledging the respect of his parents, and they were like, you know, pretty much stamping his success. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was powerful.
So I think like the moment when they not only spoke to you in, because I know everybody talks about that, but the fact that they freaking sang Permission to Dance, which is covered as a pop song. You might hear me like, that's super freaking poppy. But if you listen to what they're telling you, they're saying, we don't need your permission to dance. Whenever you're telling us we can go outside, yeah, these mandates, like all these different things we're being told that we can and cannot do, we don't need your permission to dance. And I thought that was like the most metal to the board thing. And they sang that with that freaking UN. Pretty much telling the people that are writing the rules, you can't tell us that we can't dance. You know what I mean? You can't tell us that we can't. So I thought that was like, I know everybody loves stuff here, but I don't think anybody ever talks about it in that way. And I really just wish more people saw it for like the metal rebellious thing that it kind of was in a weird way, even though this is super poppy song. So it's like, I just love that.
That's so good, bro. I don't even think they're doing it.
I know, they're like, oh, it's so good. But they're like, we don't need you to tell us that again. So I thought that was awesome. I love that.
That was actually my answer.
Oh, nice, yes. Great line.
Nah, because I talked about how I was connected to Tupac. I felt like I connected with him. Tupac had many moments like that. He had one with his own people when they called him to speak at the Black Panther thing. And he pretty much told them to their face, y'all sit up here y'all always talk about what the youth is doing wrong, but y'all get older, y'all become lawyers and doctors, and y'all don't come back and try to change them. Then you leave us with the drug dealers and the pimps and all them, they the ones trying to teach us today. And I felt like when they did that, I felt like they was in a Tupac song, you know?
Yeah.
And because sometimes you like, you might look at me, or the things that I say, you might connect with you. And you can call me, you know, but don't expect that person that you just see every once in a while, don't expect that person to show up. Because I might have some things I might need to say about you. And if you really feel it, you'll take it for what it is, or you can get mad and then it was up to you. And I felt like when BTS went up there and did that, they not only spoke with strong words, shout out, but they doing traditional things. I just thought that was a spinning kick to the face.
Yeah.
Shout out to J-Lo.
Dude, I gotta say that, like, the fact that, like, you have a thing that's, like, in the rap scene with Tupac, I've got things in metal, and then we've also got a shared thing in pop music. It's freaking crazy.
Another thing I love about this too.
Music and
You're gonna think I'm BSing, but I'm not lying. I literally, that moment came to my mind. We hadn't seen that actual performance until about a month ago. And watching that, I was like, this is like such a crazy, wild experience being at the UN. And then the context of the song on top of that, it was just amazing. I won't talk about it anymore. I have one other one. Holy Palooza.
oh yeah, like,
That was, you know, it's like the first time I saw, like, okay, it's a solo thing. He's out there by himself, and he represented the group and himself so well. And I just felt this overwhelming sense of pride come over me when watching that.
yeah.
Because I'm like, that's our man up there, man. He's up there in front of this entire giant crowd. I feel like it's a very underrated moment. Obviously, he killed that performance, but I think like it's one of those where it's like the significance of it is what matters the most. Like that, it was beautiful, but also it's crazy that we all had that same thing about the UN.
Yeah.
I'll co-sign everything y'all said.
It's so good. What I do, like, people already talked about so much, is like how close they are. I've always said like I like to see the person behind the idol, and so we can see behind the scenes stuff. And especially during like Rise of Bank and you actually see like emotions, like when they're going high or like when they're happy. You actually see the person for who they are. And that's something I like the most. And I know a lot of people talk about it, but maybe sometimes I don't hear it enough. But like, that's what I always gravitate towards. Like I like the person. Like, I like them as idols. Like don't get me wrong, but like the person. Absolutely.
You guys haven't noticed here, I like having a good time and just like joking and making fun of people and stuff. So like my favorite moment was when they were in a hotel and they were having somebody, I forgot who it was, but he was dancing on the other side of the door to get in. I felt like that's when I connected the most. I was like, yo, you know what? Like, that's how I am. You know, like, I would make him do that too.
During the first meetup, we had a room, and Peter got locked out. Let me in. I was like, you know what you gotta do. I was like, if Lions did it, now you gotta do it. He made some press. I have it on video.
If you could choose one word to describe what BTS has done for you, what would it be? Just one word. One word.
Repeat the question.
If you could choose one word for what BTS has done for you, what would it be?
I got road.
Yeah.
Mine was gonna be love. One word.
Love. It's Brotherhood love.
Appreciation. Appreciation, I know it's one word. Appreciation, though, of another culture that I didn't know about. And I've grown that appreciation.
Resurrected. Reason why it brought me and my cousins together and resurrected our relationship, resurrected my confidence. I mean that into feeling like that guy again. Like right now, I feel like I'm just so handsome. Especially like around all these fine gentlemen, but I just feel like I'm still more handsome. And I will work it too, don't play with me. But now, resurrected, that's nice.
I'm gonna say evolution, because like I feel like I was kind of this person you see right now, but I wasn't like, I was definitely like very reserved, very like, I don't know, just, you know, like, just a lot of horrible things. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, okay, not reserved as in like, I was always like this doofus, but I don't know, like I just didn't allow myself to feel a lot of things. I feel like they helped me out a lot. And then also allowed me to appreciate other music, just seek out other things that people like interest, and so I don't know, I'm involved as a person since BTS.
Cry. I would say, yeah, that. But I think motivated, because when I watch their work ethic and how long they're dancing for, then they go right after that to the studio, and then it's rinse and repeat, and they're like performing, and off stage they're like dying, and they have oxygen tanks on their face and all this. They still go out and perform. I don't know, most people watching this are not content creators, and you know, like, it's like always just happy, hey, we're reacting and we're smiling, but there's so many hours in editing and filming, and most times we don't get paid for this, and it's hard. It's so hard, because I think all of us at one time had 2 or 3 jobs at the same time that we were filming or reacting, and it's hard work, and a lot of times it's thankless work, and you're just doing it for passion. And watching what they do and how they did it, I don't even feel like I'm doing anything if I'm not trying that. Like, if I'm not busting, you know, if I'm not like grinding my ass off or, you know, doing something to like what they did, then I feel like I didn't do nothing to them. Like, I need to like go as hard as they went with their passion, you know. So I feel like they motivated me to that level of hustle that I really wasn't aiming for at first, you know. So what?
Has BTS changed your ideas about friendship?
Dude, yes. Man, well, just really quick, I gotta speak for myself, but like, I honestly don't feel like I'd ever, like we were talking about with doing reactions for me, doing reactions with my friend Chris, I don't feel like I'd ever be comfortable, like, showing emotions of any kind with my homies. And I'm just saying, like, our first ever year, what was your name, sorry? Angie. Who made all of us just tear up. I mean, seriously, there was not a dry eye. I haven't been in the whole room. And then, yeah, I don't feel like I felt comfortable enough with any of my friends to really just show like that emotion. You know what I mean? With people. So like, it definitely, it helped me realize that as well too. Just in the school. And not only BTS, but I'd say Army as well. Like Army, because I mean, we say BTS, and I think Army is an extension of that. Like, everybody, like, there's Army right now. Like, you guys have literally, like, in that way affecting me as well too, where I feel comfortable like, well, I can't believe I just ugly cried on this video. And I still feel okay enough to like get published, which does take a lot. Because, you know, like, you know, I'm being a judge for that. Well, I still get judged. I'm still good. But you guys don't make me feel okay, right?
No, same answer. So yeah, same as far as like being open and being comfortable around people, because I don't get to do, like I was saying, I don't get to do this on my first channel. I get to do it here. So different connections, you know, because we all have friends we all have like work friends or family friends or neighbor friends, and they're all different sets of friends, you know, or connections. But I feel like this group, this connection is a lot different than stuff that I've experienced or allowed myself to experience. And I feel like the older you get, the more willing you are to allow yourself to get there. Because when you're younger, you're reserved. What are people going to think of me? People are going to judge me. And then you get older, like, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got time to get judged and all this other stuff. I just want to let it out. Like, I just want to live. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I definitely know it changed. As far as the like being caring about what people think, I was fortunate enough to have a certain group of friends when I was younger, and we really didn't care, especially me and JJ. Like sometimes we would sit up there. I remember we was at the mall, right? And my boy Taz and cousin Luca, we went to go meet these girls. And so me and AKJ just kind of chilling in the background, right? So we just having fun and stuff like that. And they trying to be super serious because they went to these girls, right? So they was like trying to tell us, like, hey, come on, that's right. That grown. I'm 14, cut chill out. What's wrong with you? So I remember we just went, we'll go in the store, we'll just ask crazy questions. And we walked into Victoria's Secret, and it's like, hey, think it's 50. And so my friends, they was like, I can get upset. Girls like busting out laughing. And it's just things like that. We goofy together. Why you can't be goofy with these girls? You know what I'm saying? We HNG never cared about that. And we brought that out with our friends. We did so many things to the point when we got to go to, before we went to high school, we was invited to high school dances and proms. Because people who knew us as friendly boys don't care, they're just gonna go out there and have fun, and they're gonna be them. But I would say, for a long time, it was hard for me to find other friends. So as you get older, some people go apart. And I was trying to hold on to these friendships because I was like, man, it's too many years. And I wasn't allowing myself to open up because even, some of the music I listen to hood music, they'd be like, man, keep it something small. So I was trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? And then I will say, like, I've always been an outgoing person. I talk to people. I love to have fun. But letting you get close, that's a whole different story, And after, us connecting back and just looking at these guys, like, just open up all the way, as far as like, crying wasn't a thing for us. I didn't cry like that. And if I did, somebody passed. And then it was kind of hard for me to cry in. Really just letting other people in. That was the thing too. I'll be cool, we can laugh and all that, but I don't know if I'm about to just go and hang out with you like that. You know what I'm saying? I see you on YouTube, looking at me like that, what's wrong with you? But it's just one of those things where it do allow you to open up and trust. And I think that's why we all sitting up here right now. Even before I left to come here yesterday, I was still a little bit nervous. I talked to Nico outside, he was like, go do some laps, come back, you'll be good. And when I walked in, I just kept going around. And the more I'm talking to people and, just opening up more, I stopped being nervous. I was like, okay, I just need to go do a little rehearsal, came up here and try my best to give, the best show I can possible. And I feel like that's how they changed me, And all of you guys have been a big help in that too. So, I'm sorry I was long-winded on that, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I think more than anything, BTS has made me appreciate my friends more. Like watching them behind the scenes, the real bro love that they have for each other. Like they're not related by blood, but you wouldn't know that with how, you know, they treat each other and care about each other. And I feel it's very similar to, you know, you and me make bigger all the time, but, you know, but I love you in that kind of sense. And then also with this entire experience and this entire channel, you know, I was able to reconnect with Peter. You know, we were all close when we were younger, and then, you know, life happens and, you know, things happen. But I think watching them and how much love they have for each other, I appreciate that now. Like, especially as getting older too. You know, the whole, you know, keep your circle small. Sometimes that just ends up happening by chance, you know. And I think the most important thing is keeping those people that you care about the most in your life. And sometimes you have to put work in to you know, keep those people in your life. But just watching them, like, has, like, you know, I've grown such a fondness for these two, you know, you guys, you know, meeting you. Nesto, you know, you're not on the phone now as well. Like Nico as well. You know, it kind of feels like a brotherhood because we all have, at least, you know, we may all come from different backgrounds and different lives, different parts of the country. But we have this together. Like, this is a very shared experience, and this is crazy. This is the third year we've done this, you know? 3 years ago, I had no idea who you guys were. And now I've been to your house. I haven't been to your house yet.
You better come on up to Nashville, dude.
You went to Japan with Scott.
It was so fun.
But yeah, no, this BTS is, you know, the appreciation I have for the people in my life, it just has exasperated from watching them. So that's a big word.
That's a key word. I would say that watching their friendship and watching their closeness has made me a kinder friend. Growing up, you know, like now Jonathan and I, we do different like an old marriage couple because we've been bros for so long. But
23 years.
I know growing up, you know, you're gonna act like a certain way. Sometimes. Sometimes I beat that next bully. I'm admitting it.
All throughout school.
But he loved you, no. But no, like, seeing how like how you should treat your friends, how you should treat people like around you, has made me kind of like strive to like do that more with people in my life. So Peter, we've been friends for so long, and he's the only friend that I have that we can say the absolute worst things to, and it's funny. Pure kindness and love. So I remember Peter showed his wife like our text thread, and she was like, "That's your best friend?" And he's like, "Yeah."
What is wrong with it?
Yeah, basically she was like, "What?" But no,
You said the
like,
meanest thing, like, no, it's all about love.
yeah. This is known for the best. But yeah, just being like kinder in my circle. I think you can agree that I've become much kinder in my organization.
Scott is a totally different person than he was when he was 18. Let's just say that.
I came over with my lip piercing and he made fun of me, so you're the book.
You look ridiculous.
No, I look cool. I look cool.
Editor, go on and edit a picture of Scotty with the,
I was like, cute.
I'm very comfortable being by myself. My mom, she always told me, like, you know, don't trust me. And then I had a really bad experience with a really close friend. And like, not trust anybody. And for a lot of years, like, I was okay with being by myself. And then my wife was like, you usually connect with some friends, just like yourself all the time. And I mean, it wasn't anything that I disliked. I like my own company. but then, like, you know, I thought, okay, well, who should I reconnect with? So, Scott, it's like my closest dearest friend. So I reached out to him. It was part of me trying to reconnect with people. And in that, the anthem happened. And then, you know, they had come back into my life and, you know, you see BTS and, you know, you see how close they are, and I'm like, it just gave me an example for friendships. And like, as I meet, you know, these guys, like, I try to reach out to them. It's not something I think about. So sometimes like a long time happens. And then all of a sudden I will think about them. I'll like send them a message. But that's just from like thinking of like, all right, cool, let's see how BTS and how close they are. It's like, I can do some text message, I can just try to make connection. But it's hard for me like to really maintain those connections because I get the back of my head goes like, I'm trusting anybody, but it's like my conscious mind doesn't like, no, that's not the way to be. So that's
Which
one's gone?
Link, yes, link.
Keep it with Peter. I'm gonna ask you rapid fire questions. No explanation, just answer the question, pass the mic. Okay? Would you rather attend a BTS concert, front row, barricade, or have dinner with them, but you can't take pictures or talk about it? Rapid fire. Good job.
Concert.
Dinner, because I'll write about it, it'll be the book posthumously.
No explanation, rapid fire. Pass it.
Dinner 1,000,000,000%.
Dinner. Dinner, definitely.
Dinner.
What BTS song made you say, okay, I get it now?
Set me free, Jimmy.
Leave it, John, just leave it.
Please.
Oh God, I don't know. Honestly, what?
No explanation, rapid fire.
Outro here. On Black Swan. Microcosmos.
Which member's artistry or growth has stood out to you the most?
RM.
No, one member.
Then I gotta go with my bias, Jim.
Sugar, because everything is good.
The Jimmy wrote his own music, Jimmy, I'm sorry, Jimmy.
All right. How do you balance, this is not a rapid fire, how do you balance being a fan versus being a content creator?
We got the second symbol, by the way. So this is a hard question to answer.
You got 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Slightly rapid fire.
Slightly rapid.
I balance being a fan and
Versus being a
content creator. Yeah, I think that to me it's almost like if it's not one and the same. The only time you figure like you gotta balance it is sometimes I'm like, ooh, this just dropped, or ooh, I haven't heard it. I want to enjoy it now, but then my content creator side is you gotta react to it. So you don't want to give people a fake reaction. So you gotta wait now until you get in front of the camera and all this other stuff. And now I'm pissed because I'm like, I have all these songs or albums that I feel like I have to wait. So now I'm balancing the fan part and content creator.
That was really hard for me as well too, like going through it and now like waiting for stuff. I feel like once you get past that, you're gonna be at this point where you're like, I can't wait to share this with everybody. So it's like, I do have to wait, like I know whenever like the next Jim album comes out, I have to wait for a little minute, maybe as soon as it comes out. Jim, I've done that. That's the first time I've done that.
First time.
First time. Editor, you got this. We're live?
Yeah,
we're live.
We're 2 minutes streams, we're live.
Edit it out. I think that's doable. I don't know. But anyways, Jane, like whenever Jin's new album comes out, I know that I'm going to be able to react to that with people on the sets that time and stuff like that, but it's one of those things where like, we can plan for it because we know when it's going to drop. And I get to react to it with people, and I feel like the fan and the content creator kind of have become one now because like I get to share my joy, my excitement, my struggles, and all these different things with our community. So I feel like now they have become one. But before, whenever it was like early and I had to listen to a lot of music, and then like the old discography, and I was like, I want to go do it now. And I had to wait. It sucked. So it's rough. But it gets better. That's all I'm saying. It does get better.
I want to say pretty much the same thing. At the end of the day, I know I cannot listen to certain music because I know Nico put his guns out on me, like really. So I try my best, not to do it very hard, and I really truly think that's the hardest part because it upsets you. You have to be away from what's going on whenever BTS got something new going on in order for you to be able to reaction. I'm gonna say something real quick. I don't know if you guys don't like this. Sometimes I do get to the point where I be like, I wish I wasn't reacting like that. But that's only because that's how much of a fan I am. So that's the struggle.
To me, it's literally one and the same, because we pride ourselves on being genuine, watching it for the first time on camera in front of everybody, and I've never been disappointed by doing that. And it's, it's just part of me now. To me, the hardest part, and I know all you guys can agree, kind of touched on it, the hardest part about being a reactor, and then also having like people in the same group as you, not being solo, is shit. I gotta wait a day to watch this. Like, it's so hard not to watch like the first con. Sugar released Hickam the night before, but we couldn't watch it until we were together the next day together, and everybody in the comments was like, have you heard it yet? It's so rare. Like, no, we haven't heard it. We gotta wait. So but to me, it's one and the same.
Kind of look at being a content creator as a social thing, and being a fan is being in solitude. Like, I used to listen to it by myself, it was an experience of not alone. So a lot of times when we do reactions, it is because the song played the very first time, and it's great, but we're trying to be on, giving honest feedback. But, when I'm alone in the car, just bumping loud, then I really need to experience it, like sing along, and, experience it by myself. So, I like both.
We just like balance it out to help create a channel and a reactor, and then just leave it. Leave the channel, and then you can listen to it whenever you want. And that's, yeah. I mean, now I've come back to the end theory like on a part-time basis, so I still have that wiggle room. Like, if, I can't show up, y'all react to, I'll just listen to it on my own. But this time that I've been gone, I've got to experience BTS. An actual fan has gotten to experience BTS, and I will say that like it is better that way, to be honest. So like, because you just, this came out, great, let me watch it, listen to it, not really have to worry about anything, just listening to the song. So
It'll hurt me if I go watch it, but listen to it with that.
yeah. So that's the way it worked out for me.
Alright, you've got 2 minutes left. Any final thoughts, comments, things you want to say?
I have something I want to say real quick. So, without BTS, you don't have ARMY, right? But without ARMY, you don't have us. And so, like, while I really enjoy their music and everything like that, like, I enjoy this a lot, like, being around you guys, because, I don't really work, there's a lot of, like, I have a little speaker that says BTS, and nobody's been like, hey, I really like them too, Like, maybe they're closeted, or maybe, I don't know, but they don't. This is my only time to actually ever be around other fans, and, you guys are amazing. Like, when I think of ARMY, I think of the people in this room, because I've seen your faces. I also think about the people that, watch us live, because it's hard because I can't visualize it, but I visualize you guys. And so you guys is what represents ARMY in my mind. And so I appreciate you guys for being so awesome, being so open to us, and all that. So,
I've always said, like, one of the most important things that someone can do is time. So all the time that you spend, like, reacting to or watching our reactions and talking with us and communicating with us, like, it goes unmatched. And like what you said, like, this is live. I like to like have conversation with you, like each other, look at you in the eyes, and like, tell me stuff. I like the connection. And then also, say thank you to the moderators for putting up with some shenanigans this weekend.
And all the months leading up to.
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah.
There's a lot of shenanigans.
I can tell that, sometimes we might have, stepped up to that line. Yelling about the booze and flies. But for real, like, this has been great. Thank you for helping put it together.
All right, boys, on three, let's end with I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, they have a therapist.
Just very quickly, my closing statements, I just want to thank every single person who's here right now, every single person who's watching on our live streams, an extra special thank you again to Liz, Meg, and Bree. This would not be possible. And then I also just want to thank BTS for putting out such a positive energy out in this world and bringing us together.
Well, I had a great time. But nah, I love these moments. I'm pretty sure I talked about this last year. I like being with the people. I do agree with you, Peter. When I am thinking about who's watching on the other side, I can see y'all, and that's crazy. I think, but I think it's fire too. But if I'm gonna leave y'all with anything, I want to leave y'all with this, man. Look, I need everybody to go out there and do the things that you want to do. I don't know if y'all have my channel or watch my channel, but every day I try to do something positive, except for the weekends. I try to spend time with family and stuff, get other things done. But go out there and fight for the things that you want to do. Be that person you want to be. Don't let nobody stop you from being any of that. You got to be your biggest fan sometimes. When I think of Army, when I think of what y'all have done for BTS, but the things that you don't do for yourselves, there's something wrong there. If you can do it and make these people such a global, positive force around this world, imagine what you can do for yourself and what you can do for the other people who might be needing. So please, y'all go out there, y'all fight the good fight, and pick yourselves up. Don't let nobody keep you down. Pick yourself up. Tell yourself you got this. Be your biggest fan. And I just want to leave y'all with some of that. So I love y'all to life, and I hope that I get to see how dope you guys are. Speaking to all of you in the room and everybody who's watching. Peace and love.
That's at the Lady Show on Threads.
On Threads. I gotta say, man, honestly, I was thinking about my closing man. I was like, and everything you just said, I totally agree with it, man. My God. But I just want to say, myself personally, I would not be doing the things I'm doing right now without Army, without people in this room, without quite viewers and Patreons, and freaking just from random occurrences that have happened in my life. And nothing's a coincidence, I don't think. I think we all got a purpose, and you should live your life trying to find out what yours is and then pursue it freaking endlessly, always, because the sky's the limit, so you do anything. And really quick shout out to our homegirl Meg, who's about to be moving to freaking South Korea. What? Yeah. She was like, I want to be a teacher. And she's going to work her butt off, work her job, and work in school, and freaking got a job placement, man. And now she's moving in a couple of months, or a couple weeks, a couple days, dude. But anyways, it's possible. Whatever your dream is, you can make it happen. No matter what your circumstances, try and make that happen. Until we do it. That's right.
I want y'all to know this. I know you said the sky is the limit. It's not. Once you get there, it's just a view. That's all it is. When you live there, it's just a view. So it's not the limit. You can go beyond that. Okay, so go beyond that. Go to the same 20. Go hard.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for inviting me. This is my first time and my last time.
I wouldn't be here. That was beautiful.
Durian Donna.
I would not be here. Check.
Yell.
Alright, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this man, Nico, over here, reaching out to me. Full disclosure, if you watch any of this replay, I was talking crap about you.
Like 5 minutes.
I said, how you gonna invite me and not show up yourself? Like, he invited me and well, I'm not going. I was like, what? So I was like scared, kind of intimidated. Right? Anyway, it turned out really nice. I'm a big energy guy, so when I meet people, I like to see their personalities and the energy that they're giving off. And this has been a beautiful experience, man. Everybody up here made me feel like I didn't know you guys. Because I really was. It's kind of intimidating. Like, it's one thing to record behind a camera, but now you're actually going out meeting people like they have been watching you or, for the first time or whatever. And it's been a great experience. Like, really great experience. So, thank you guys very much.
So we do have to get out of this room pretty soon. It's why we have a time limit on here. But I just want to say we've got some surgery, and we also have a meeting, like a gathering room, right? So we can all still, like, just because we do have to evacuate this room pretty soon. There's a fire pit. I would love to have more conversations with everybody. It's our last night. Nico's here as well too. And let's just freaking hang out with each other.
Oh, y'all hanging out.
Yeah. You can't say hang out.
Not trying to leave.
Yeah.
You can't stay in this room, you can't leave.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, Bill, thank you very much. Thank you for all the questions. You guys.
Can I ask the reactors to hold still for a second? I got a gift.
Hey, Blaze. This is from Sarah.
It got wild, bro.
Oh my God, really?
She texted me and said she was the biggest thumbs down she's done.
Yeah. Do you open it now?
Yeah, open it now.
You want me to turn your ball?
Different are these next dogs?
That's the chocolate. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my God. Dude.
I'll take that.
Oh. Ah, you're still taking a drink.
We're not. I give up on those.
Hello, peeps. I'm very sorry if I missed like any super chats or anything like that. I freaking apologize. How's everybody doing? Miss Nico. I know Nico's somewhere over here. How are y'all doing today? Everyone looks so sun's out, but it's just flex. Man, thank you for hanging out with us. I'm gonna sell really much. So, homies, what did you get, John? We got a cool magnet, like a Gen magnet.
J-Mac.
Sup? Nice.
Can you kill this?
Yeah, this guy right here.